Hello, and welcome to April in 2022. We are welcoming in that Aries energy. I'm probably biased because I do have a moon in Aries, but it is an active, energetic energy that is a little bit impatient. Let's just say that. It's a little impatient, and it is kind of, I would even say, kind of strong-willed. Yes. And I can feel that this month will be a lot of release. Stagnant energies are wanting to come out, and I think that Aries energy will give a bit of a fast push ahead. So in that way, we can welcoming in such a wonderful month where we can allow things to flow and progress. Perhaps we may need some times where we need to slow it down, but that's how it is, right? So we have new guests for this month. We've got the Aquamarine here. Look at that unique shape. We've got the Clear-Quartz. We've got the Turquoise. We've got the Carnelian. And then Little and Mighty Moonstone. I just love that shape. It's so neat, compact and little, but nonetheless powerful. So you'll get to know the tarot cards as we go through and explore each of them. But it's up to you first which crystal to pick. So pick based on what your intuition tells you. If you're struggling to have a choice, take a deep breath, close your eyes, let it flow through your throat, your lungs, your stomach till it fills up. Release it as slowly as is comfortable for you. Where do your eyes land as soon as you open them? That is your choice. So, I will see you there when you get there. You've picked Aquamarine. Hello, look at this baby. Oh, it's a perfect oval if you ask me. The Aquamarine is such a calming, soothing stone. It works with your throat and your heart chakra. It helps you to communicate, but to also be clear and calm yourself while doing so. It lets you get in touch with your deepest emotions so that you can express them with the clarity and kindness that you deserve to. Look at that. Oh, I just love the shape. I like to hold it in my hand and go, ooh, because it looks kind of like a finger and you can just hold it and it fits perfectly. It's beautiful. So do you need some gentle but clear communication today? Because that is Aquamarine. And you may have recognized our lovely guest, the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And yes, I don't have it in full size. I have it as a mini deck. I don't know, even as a reader, I didn't quite connect with the Rider-Waite intuitively as much as I wanted to. I do appreciate it for its cultural value and the original symbolism it holds, but spiritually I did not connect with it very easily. So I didn't even learn with this deck. I learned it in the books as long as, it was there, and I studied it in the pages, but it wasn't my first deck that I work with. That's what I meant. So, what is in store for you Aquamarines this April? Let's have a look. Ooh. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Let's have a look. We've got, the 6 of Wands. The 7 of Wands. And the King of... Aries season. Am I right? Aries season. So, really, this is a month of coming and overcoming. And really, there will be times where it doesn't feel like you're heading towards a victory. And that is that, I would even say, the overwhelming feeling that the 7 of Wands brings you. And that is all right. It's okay to feel absolutely intimidated by a situation. And the King of Wands here in reverse, it's telling you a very specific message. It's telling you that you don't always have to feel on top of the world when you do something. There will be days when you feel like, I want to be on the couch flopping right now, right? I want to be flopping onto my bed. And that's okay. That is the feeling that you have. But, in this Aries month, there will be really highs and sometimes strange lows. There will be days where you feel that Aries energy pushing, going forward, and then the next day, you're at 5 kilometers per hour. or let's just say 10 miles per hour for the Americans. But that's fine. That's part of it. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Perhaps something could be draining your energy, but it could also happen rather naturally. Because there are times when the universe wants to test you to try to get you to do something while you're not at maximum energy. Can you persist? And can you recognize when you are and see what you can do to look after yourself? Can you hold on? In a healthy way, of course, but can you hold on? And that is what it's asking you here with that 7 of Wands. But do not worry. That 6 of Wands here is telling you that this month is going to be fine with the victories that you have ahead. What you're meant to win, you will actually win with this kind of attitude, because you have become adaptable and you adjust to high energy situations and low energy situations. It really is all about how your levels of energy will pan out this month and how you rise to the occasion when you find that your energy situation is not the ideal. So it's really lovely how there is that contrast here. We have victory, we have struggle, but we also have the King of Wands kind of realizing he can't always be the king, and he won't always feel kingly even if he is the king. What a beautiful message put together there. And our companion for today is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Such a beautiful deck. Look at that. Hello. It's such an inspiring deck. I really, really have to put that forward. The Wisdom of the Oracle is such a classic. And for me, it's basically timeless. Let's see what's in store for us this month. Look at that. That's one big plus to having really small tarot cards. You can fit the... Oh, let's swap that around. You can fit the oracle cards. So let's have a look here. We've got the round and round. Let me rearrange this because I feel it really, really connects. All right, so maybe I'll move this a little bit more. There you go. Beautiful. Perfectionism. Can you tell I have a Virgo rising? So, looking at this round and round cycle will be your energy going up and down. It really is. That's how it is. And for you, it will feel like a headwind at times, and then it will fizzle out. So understand that within yourself, that you cannot always expect the best of yourself at all times. And it will feel even a little bit frustrating that you're going up and down in this way. And that's fine. That's totally okay to feel. That's fine for you to feel frustrated about. Accept that frustration. See where it is in your body. Cradle it. Recognize it. Don't treat it like a horrible entity that you must banish straight away. Even though, to be fair, that is such a human reaction. And that's fine. But see if you can sit with it for a while and accept that, of course, any normal human being will feel that frustration in that moment. Even then, that thinker, it really encourages you to not just sit with it, but to understand the reasons for that frustration, to comfort yourself by analyzing that frustration that comes with this energy ebb and flow. And, people do have energies that ebb and flow all the time. That's fine. But just this month, it'll be very, very quickly high, very, very quickly low. And that is fine. So you are analyzing, why am I so quick to react? And what are the emotional and mental and even physical factors that go into it? And can I address those factors, even just some of them? Can I do that in a way to comfort and look after myself? Because really, with that unfinished sympathy, I love this deck. Sometimes the faces, they get me. But it shows that you're still growing, see? That unfinished symphony means that you're still in the middle of a cycle and things are not quite finishing up yet, and you're not quite ready to come out and hatch from that. But it doesn't mean you can't enjoy the way there. If you are sitting with your emotions, you're sitting and understanding and analyzing them, you give yourself the space and time not only to care for yourself, but also to find ways to enjoy the journey anyway. See? Even then, you're still in the egg, you're still growing, you're still going to hatch, but yet you find ways to move forward in joy, in harmony, and in symphony. Remember that this month doesn't have to be about just the annoyance of energies changing, going up and down. Remember, this month has already said to you, you will have a victory. It's already given you that. So be kind to yourself. Understand that even if it's just the craziness of this month, that you will prioritize yourself in some way. You will take that space when you need to. And even look at that. The thinker is by herself here, right? It's beautiful. And look, there's an empty square there. And you know, it's a reflection of yourself. So while you're thinking about what you're going through and taking the time, you know what's supposed to go on this higher pedestal? Also you. So it's meant for you to learn how to put yourself there. Okay, how can I put myself as a top priority? How can I prioritize myself and be there for myself during these times? Sometimes you really have to treat yourself as a separate person, because then we remember how to be kind, how to be compassionate, and how to understand ourselves better. Sometimes it just doesn't work when we treat ourselves as just a moving vehicle for our soul. We don't, we look at other people. We treat other people with so much care and confidence and even compassion, but because we see them, so we understand where we put our energy. But for you this month, okay, can you separate yourself from yourself? And see what needs to be put above. What needs to be prioritized. So sometimes you really have to sit and look at yourself. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror and see a separate person there. How would you treat that person if they were your friend and they're going through this up and down coaster, right? So be kind to yourself. Understand that this month brings some somewhat chaotic victories to you. That comes with a lot of, I would even say, it comes with a lot of challenges, but that's fine. You can manage, you can make it. And that's all for April, Aquamarines. That's a clear communication and compassion for yourself. I'll see you in the next. So I see you've picked the Clear-Quartz, the all-rounder, traditional and well-loved. It's a great magnifier for your power, for your intentions. It heals the emotional body, and it is highly programmable for what you want to manifest. It works with all chakras, and look at those little flecks, they're so gorgeous. Very lovely. So you made a great choice here with the crystal, or the Clear-Quartz crystal. There we are. So let's set that there. It's beautiful. It's a real favorite for crystal grids. I can tell you now. You kind of cannot have a proper crystal grid without Clear-Quartz most of the time. But hey, I don't want to be a bit of a, a gatekeeper for crystal grids. So let's see what's going on with today's deck. We've got the Austen Tarot, and really it's such an interesting, I would even say, interpretation of the tarot, because it combines the major and minor arcana so that they are actually within the playing cards. And playing cards are such a big feature in the Regency era, so it completely makes sense. And actually does give a bit of a callback to the original intention of what the Tarot was supposed to be, playing cards. So let's have a look and see what that Jane Austen Tarot has for us. We've got the Six of Wands. Very interesting that the Six of Wands, which is clubs here, is a tower. What an interesting combination. We've got the Five of Coins, which is the Hierophant. So this is the Pentacles. What an interesting way to look at it. And the Three of Wands, which is the... this is the Three of Wands. So getting a lot of wands, am I telling you now? Aries energy or what? Lots of wands. But then again, we've got a centering, grounding, earth sign in the middle, an earth card. So we've got the Tower and the Hierophant. So there is double meanings in these cards. What an interesting way to look at it. And so this is a month where you will be challenged to look at the structures in your life and seeing where they reflect your values, because I feel that with the Aries energy of this month, you just want to go, 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 keep going, see what's there, let's see what's ahead. And really, you know what, that's fine. I think that's great. But it's also important to know where it reflects your values. Are you just saying yes because you can and because it feels great to do many things at once, to have many things going on at once? Really, the key here is in that Three of Wands here. And these three instruments, I have no idea what they are except for the violin, they beckon you to look towards your future. Maybe 1 year from now, 3 years from now. are the things you're doing right now going to serve that immediate future? This is immediate, kind of immediate. Are they going to serve that immediate future and let you move towards what you believe is right for you? What you really believe in? Because then we do have some work to do. And really, this is about taking in that fire energy, at least from the first half of the month, with the Aries time. And rather than just using it to take on and pile as much as you can in your boot, so to say, you can use that energy to deconstruct and reconstruct your life, because you'll actually get a bit of an oomph and a bit of a boost. So if you know how to use that energy properly, you'll be able to do that with the energy from the Aries this month. That's really lovely. And that Hierophant really, it gives you a bit, with a 5 of coins there too. It's a very interesting way to combine them, because with a Hierophant, it's almost saying, okay, how do you find out your values? You go back through the 5 of coins interpretation of this too. What are you missing in your life that you wish you were not missing? And what can you do to actually create and manifest what you're missing? And that's how you know what your values will be, because it's one thing that you think about, oh, I wish I had that. And it doesn't have to be a material item, it doesn't have to be necessarily that, but it could be something as simple as, you know, you're wanting a place that you really enjoy living in, or you are wanting a job that really values you. And you think about it every day, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And you may not have it tomorrow, but that's where your values begin. We have values in regards to everything, not just fancy, neat mottos. We have values at work, we have values in relationships. And we need to be aligned with that if we want to really foster healthier energy coming forward. It's beautiful. So, now that I've worked through a beautiful Jane Austen tarot, let me introduce you to a new deck. This is the Spirit Warrior Oracle. Look at that, so gorgeous. It's a double-sided oracle. So bear with me as I look away, pick cards for you, see what's in the month ahead, but looking messy while I do it because I can't see anything. I don't look at the screen at this time. So 1, 2, it's gonna look messy. Can you tell I'm a Virgo rising and I really care about aesthetics? Okay, beautiful. We've got, wow, look at that blue. So we've got manifesting, see, manifesting. And with the Clear-Quartz, a beautiful manifestation stone. So really, when you find out what you really want for this month and what you really value and what you're missing that you wish you had, start working towards manifesting it, right? Set it off. Even if it's just the first few steps to manifesting it, do it in the physical world. What seeds can you plant? But then also spiritually, tell spirit what you want. How can you manifest? Is it a grid? Is it some visualization? Just start that manifesting journey now. That's gorgeous. And what is this? The Shakti. Oh, yes. Shakti is about the forces of the universe, the cycle, the birth, and everything in between. It's also about life. It's about fire. And see, look at this, is so fiery. So in tune with the Aries month. So what can you purify in your life? It really is taking a look at your life and saying, okay, what are cycles that do not serve me, and how can I purify them and replace them with something that aligns better? Because purifying, you know, people look at fire as purely disruptive and destructive, and sometimes it really can be, but also look at it in a way that fire creates. Fire brings life. It brings the warmth that keeps people going throughout colder months, if you do live somewhere that has cold months, right? It cooks. Fire cooks. And fire is also a great purifier in a way that, you know, in the olden days, and then still some areas of the world, when you have a wound, people cauterize it. They burn it to purify energy. Oh, not just energy, I suppose, but bacteria and everything else in between. So fire is such a healthy thing. So understand what the cycle is for you. That's beautiful. We've got the harmony, drishti. So, look at that. It's about that unity, understanding that in yoga that you are aligned with not just yourself, but to the external and the inner world as well. So if you look at it, look within. Look within yourself and look within how you connect to the world. If you're really searching and looking for your values, think about, how do I connect with the world? How do I connect with myself? And look at it in a bigger picture. You don't just have to look at just your beliefs and your values, but how do my values connect to the wider world? If I'm somebody who really cares about making a difference, and what if your goal, let's say for example, is to be a volunteer, to do more volunteering, okay, then do I want to look at how that affects the wider world that I'm in? What are the steps of how I can feel connected to the world around me? It's a beautiful message, Desi. It is within you, but also the world is connected to you. Because when you are aligned and you're really living your values and you put so much energy and belief into that, you will feel this sense of unity. The world we live in is so isolated, and people can be easily lost within themselves. And I'm speaking here in a way that, hey, it applies to me too. I'm a bit of an introvert, so sometimes this happens, but sometimes you have to sit, okay, but where am I in the world? Where do I sit, and who is my tribe? Where is my community? And what impact do I have there? So think about that in the way that you look at your values. And maybe your values is in a relationship. What if you want to date more? What if you want to shift positions at work? So really think about what matters to you in specific areas of your life. And really, the universe will guide you. Use this Aries energy that is fast-paced. It is a bit intense. Let's say it's a bit intense. And it can also be kind of demanding at times, but use it to help you reach new heights. Use it to help you reconstruct your life, because that takes a lot of energy. Let's be clear here. That takes a lot of energy. So if it means you have to release some older things, beliefs that you used to have but don't want to support anymore, then do so, because in a way that is best for you. So think about that. Have a think about how you value the things in your life, and what would you like for it to be in the next few years. And it doesn't even have to be more than 5 years, just 2-3 years. See how you feel. So I hope this has given you a bit of a message for this week, Clear-Quartz. And no wonder you picked up such a powerful crystal, because there's some clearing that you need to do. Makes sense. There's some clearing you need to do. That's why the tower is there. There's some clearing and reconstructing that you need to do. So is that a word, reconstructing? But then you also have manifesting to do. Perhaps if you're wanting to do something that's got a bit of manifestation, actually do pick up a Clear-Quartz. Carry that with you. And because it really is great at working with your emotions as well, you will go through a field of emotions looking at this. So then it's a really great companion. Sometimes I really think when I do these readings that, yeah, perhaps you actually kind of need the stone that we were just talking about. And that's something that you can actually carry with you. So if you're somebody who loves crystals and you work with crystals yourself, right? The crystals that you picked for this, right, for this, why don't you carry them yourself too for this month? Try to really get acquainted to them. There's a little bit of homework for you to do. So I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity for this month. Just remember, you deserve to be aligned with your values. And I'll see you in the next one. That sounds so YouTubery. Alright, I'll see you next month. Wonderful Clear-Quartzes, whichever you pick next month. I've heard that you picked the turquoise. Look at that stark color. My goodness. It beats even the brightest crayons from a Crayola pack. Wonderful. The turquoise is such a historical crystal as well. You see it so many times in different historical cultures, ancient civilizations, Egypt. I think you also see it in Greece as well, ancient Greece. So it's a long-loved stone. I do like the turquoise for that. It is a third chakra stone. It really helps you with feeling like you can communicate, feeling whole, but also releasing your regrets and forgiving yourself. It's that kind of honesty and communication. So even though a lot of blue crystals are about the throat chakra, yes, this is about the throat chakra, and it's a lot, they are a lot, I would say they're all about communication. It's different types of communication. Turquoise is about being honest with yourself and learning to show compassion, to forgive yourself and release things that you don't need anymore. And sometimes those are things that we give ourselves. Things like regrets that have already been long past. So the turquoise is there to communicate honestly with your heart as to what you need right now. That is the turquoise's power. You're so beautiful. Okay, let's have a look with the turquoise this week. This month, we've got the Vivid Journey Tarot. Such a strongly colored deck for a strongly colored stone. Why not? And in Aries season, why not? So let's have a look and see what the Vivid Journey Tarot has for us today. Got the Nine of Cups. Well, that's surprisingly relaxed. Oh, but hello. Bit of fire. This is more of a Leo card, but still, it is fire for the month. Aries and a Knight of Pentacles. What an interesting combination we've got right now. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, wow. You get a bit of everything. We've got some water, we've got some fire, we've got some earth. So really about this month, it is bringing balance to yourself. Really, that's why I have each of every element. And that's knowing when to sit back, slow down, and enjoy where you're at and enjoy what you've achieved so far. That is a bit of an antithesis to the Aries energy we've got right now. So yes, do understand when you need to slow down. Even if you don't feel like it, you will thank yourself later, because it's really important that you connect with yourself and what you want. You can't just sit there and do. And the Aries is such an initiator. It's such a useful energy that you can maneuver to bringing you that honesty. Yeah, Aries is very honest. Not saying that the other signs are not honest, but the Aries is very blunt about it. So with the Aries energy, you can use that to hold on, pause. Let's sit, let's look, let's enjoy. And the Aries will actually be able to take on what you want to do next if you've thought about it during this period. So you can use it to restart. And with the strength there, you'll feel even better before. So really, wherever you are now, pause, reflect, enjoy the fruits that you have gathered so far, and then from there make your judgment on what's next in the agenda. Then you can resume. It's not like you're stopping and you're giving up. You're just being mindful to refill your energy very healthily in between, even if you don't feel like you need it. Do I need to say that to myself again? Perhaps. But in that way, it's because they want you to be self-assured moving forward. The universe wants you to feel comforted, supported, moving forward. And look at that Knight of Pentacles there. Because even in that sense, we want to use that Aries energy to be fruitful. Because if you sit and think for a while, you'll be able to plan out. See, the Knight of Pentacles is very slow. He's slow and he's responsible. He's the epitome of slow and steady, basically. But if you combine that with the Aries energy, not only do you plan your steps ahead, but then you can use it to move a bit faster than you normally would, which is really, really gorgeous. I like that. So take advantage with this Aries energy. You don't have to let it sweep you away, right? You don't have to. You can use that energy to guide you in the moment, to let it stop, to set some things, right? To decide. Then you can go again. Yeah. Be my guest. So, accompanying us today with the Vivid Journey Tarot is yet another new deck that I wanted to introduce to you. This is the Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. And the moment I saw this deck, I was in love, because this is a deck by an author that I really like, and she has a book called Outrageous Openness, and It's Not Your Money. Such a gorgeous, it's about letting universe take more control in your life, to guide you, and to not always be in the get-go. And Capricorn Aries needs that. So I really love her book. So when I saw her deck, and I thought I didn't even know she had a deck, she probably did. A lot of authors do. Duh. But now I can be involved and have an oracle deck from her too. Yay! So let's see what she has in store. So this deck has a lot of words, but it also has a lot of beautiful imagery and color. So let's have a look. We've got forgiveness. Oh my god, really? Oh, sorry. Yes. Wow. So it comes from acceptance and asking the universe, Lord, whatever you feel is the highest source and light, to help you have the energy and the strength to accept and forgive yourself. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is gorgeous. What do we have next? Enjoyment. Oh my goodness. I'm picking from here. Enjoyment. My goodness. Life is not just all about hard work. Sometimes to actually get more hard work done, you have to stop in between and enjoy, because it refills your fuel. Goodness, I need to stop with these really corny car metaphors. Okay, and sanctuary. I could even say that is a sanctuary, because for you, if you look after yourself, if you look after your energy, you become your own sanctuary. You are not just a tool. Most people treat their bodies like a tool. They think it's disposable. It's, you know, it's like an old car. Just push it until it can last, refuel it, but, you know, in the cheapest way possible. And okay, probably not the best metaphor to use right now. Maybe I do need that turquoise communication energy. But people do treat their bodies like a tool. But this time you have to treat it like a sanctuary, because you can then, if you can stop and enjoy in the moment, then you're also treating yourself as a sanctuary. You create a sanctuary in yourself. Of course, it's not the only thing your body is. Of course it's not. But you are taking the initiative to be more versatile with your body. There's time for work, to use it as a tool, yes. There's time to use it as a companion, to look within yourself, to make decisions going forward. And then you can have it a bit of a buddy to go with you where you need to go to get things done, right? But in the same way, it's also your sanctuary, where you can rely on yourself to sit back and let yourself be content, let yourself be happy, and to enjoy what you've had so far. It's a very interesting way to look at yourself. And really, this month is very centered around you and how you direct the energy in your life and how you use it wisely. Because some people, I understand that astrology is important. I understand that a lot of it is really, of course, it's very relevant, it's poignant, but people just rely on, yep, energy is high, therefore I'll be high. Energy is low and relaxed, I'll be low and relaxed. But really, it's more than that. It's also how you interact with what energy the universe brings you. So really remember that for this month. What energy do we have right now? But are you using it to the best of your ability in your context? Are you using it to be mindful? Right? Are you using it to be mindful for the right reasons? And are you using it to help you direct towards your future? Are you being a tool, a friend, and a sanctuary all at once to yourself? Release and forgive yourself for any mismanagement in the past, for things that you wish were a little bit easier, but also learn to enjoy. That's a beautiful message. Oh, it just finishes off so neatly. I really like this message. So I hope that you can manage that for this month, and that you are looking after yourself and enjoying yourself at the same time. And with that, I will let you be for April. Let's see how you go this week. I need to stop saying week. I need to stop saying that, and let's go back to month. So I will see you next month. Take care of yourself and remember about energy. See you later. What's this? You've picked a Carnelian? My goodness. I don't want to name stereotypes and point fingers, but why do I have a feeling you have a strong fire in you, in your chart, even if you're not exactly a fire sign outright? Come on, you picked Carnelian in a fiery month. Please. It's the strength and vitality booster. It is the oomph for crystals when you need courage and you just need that extra push to take initiative, right? And really, it works with your solar plexus. It works with your root. It is a wonderful stone for overcoming your hesitations and taking the first step forward. I have a giant one in my desk that I literally just held. Not giant, but it's fairly big. And it helps me when I just need to power through and get things done. That Carnelian energy. Really. That's a lot. But I like that. The Aries moon in me is bristling with energy. Carnelian. Such a well-loved stone. And we've got the Harmonious Tarot with us today. a very, I would say, slightly Art Nouveau style deck that is very heavy with earthy energy. So what a contrast to the Carnelian. I don't know, I thought it'd be really good to just pair them up together and see what happens. So let's see what it brings for us. We've got the 4 Wands. See, the fire is coming out. A lot of wands today. We've got the 3 of Swords in reverse. What is going on here? And the Knight of Wands. Well, hello. In one of our readings earlier, so with a different crystal, we had the King of Wands. So I told you the wands are coming out to play. So, yes, the Carnelian energy and the Knight of Wands, you are going. You are feeling that energy pushing and rushing through for this month, especially the first half, where we've got the Aries energy. And really, 4 Wands here, it's actually... As someone who knows tarot, I actually find it very interesting that there's a bit of a contrast, because this is a really relaxed card compared to most Wands cards. So I feel like it's a bit of a... It's an outlier in some ways. And so really, the challenge for you this month, right, especially in the world of love, I'm going to be poignant with this. Are you just moving through lots of different things and using the Aries energy to pump through the month while ignoring certain pains that you have within you? Ooh, okay, let that sink in. So I'm not necessarily saying this is about an exact relationship, but it could also be a relationship between friends, people that you know, could really be a love relationship too. But are you ignoring what you need to build stability for in your life in favor of just seeking what the next thing is? Because really ask yourself that. Because look, there's nothing wrong with utilizing the Aries energy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with using it to help you. That's what it's there for, you know? I mean, it's there for itself too, but there's nothing wrong with using it to help you. But are you ignoring some of the watery matters in your heart at the same time? Are you using this initiative energy to distract yourself from it? Because there's some hurts here that need to be released and addressed. You know, there will be time where you need to slow down and look at some of the things that cause that little pang inside, or brings a little bit of pain when you're sitting still and you're quiet and you want to ignore it. So this month is about you learning how to cleanse that pain and not always relying on this get-go energy to get through, because really, you can have initiative. You can have that boost in energy, right? But if you don't have stability, how long do all those things last? How secure and, you know, truly content will you be when you've done all those things, when you've blasted through everything, if there is no stability? And stability comes from emotional healing. So the Carnelian is here saying, you know what, use this energy, right? Support yourself. And really, at the end of the day, your courage and your passion is influenced by how emotionally healthy you feel. So if you're not looking after certain things that are still causing you pain, I'm not saying solve it tomorrow, you know, it doesn't work like that. But have you looked after those pains, and have you been doing something to address them, to comfort yourself, to work through them, rather than just completely ignoring them? Because if you feel emotionally supported, you feel stable. And if you feel stable, your achievements will also be stable and long-lasting. That's really what it's trying to tell you here. So keep that in mind moving through this month, because I know you're ready to go. See, this is why the Knight of Wands is looking that way. It's almost like, this is too much. This is not convenient. It's really annoying. I don't want to look after it. But when you do, you also leave behind your stability. 4 Wands, the 4, I would even say the points that make up a square, which is what most rooms and buildings have. And it's your sense of stability within yourself and in the wider world. So have a think about that. And today, alongside this, we have the Oracle of the Hidden Realms. Look at that. It's so misty, it's so moody. I kind of like it. So, I do like it. But it feels a bit edgy, you know, it feels almost like high school edgy in some ways. Gosh, some people who may actually have this like would probably go like, Colleen, what are you doing? Why are you embarrassing the cards? No, much love. All right, so let's have a look. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got some healing and some kindness to show to ourselves. The Swan Queen, and that transformation is there. And the Well Watcher, the wisdom and the power of the divine. Oh, wonderful. So really, it is this month about, am I looked after in all points, really? Because being an achiever is one thing. I say it to all the people who have a similar background to me. Achievement is one thing. Going through goals is one thing. But you also have to put yourself there as someone that is, you know, you have to put yourself as the receiver as well. You have to put yourself in the position of the receiver. And sometimes that means, look at that in the middle, right where the Three of Swords are. That, I know Three of Swords is an air, but of course this is the matters of the heart. This is water. And being patient with yourself and having the intuition to look after your more emotional matters. And really that leads to, this feels like a bit of an almost like a past, present, future kind of thing. And it leads to you being balanced, right? Having that power within yourself that you're sure. See, you've got that wisdom coming in at your shoulder and you're not rushing to get through things. You're powerful, you're capable, but you're not chasing just because you can. That is such a big difference to make here. So really think about it and have a look at the way that you look at yourself and how you can show kindness by healing yourself. You know what? Aries is about initiative. So is Carnelian. Can I take the initiative to look after my heart? That is what's telling you. And having that patience, knowing that it may not be solved today or tomorrow, but I'm doing something about it just to help me feel more supported and secure in life, because I deserve that. And in that way, I walk forward in life. I approach life feeling confident, feeling that I can trust myself and that I'm covered on all bases. It may not be perfect in all bases, and that's how life is. It's not perfect in all bases, but I've done something about every aspect. And even if some aspects are more advanced than others, I have the outward energy to do a lot of things, but this is still a work in progress. It has progress. It has something there that holds its hand and reassures it that it's okay moving forward. So really understand that within you, you deserve to feel supported in all ways. And when you turn back and look around at yourself and understand that, wait, I do have needs. Wait, that really does matter. You help yourself overall as a person, not just the people around you, not just the goals you need to get to. And that is April for you, Carnelians. I hope that you have a wonderfully energetic month, one with full of healing. And I'll see you next month. Bye. Well, we've picked the wonderful Moonstone. Now this is a rainbow moonstone, to be specific, and if you actually just put it against light, you can see the little flecks in the colors. It's so lovely. And this stone, the rainbow moonstone, is great for all chakra areas. You can see actually just a little bit of that light coming through. So it's great for all the chakra areas, but even specifically the third eye and the crown too, if you really want to be specific. And it's great for appreciating yourself, for fostering joy and appreciation, while also letting the universe's light flow through you. So it's very healing in that way too. It's a very feminine energy stone that helps you connect with the divine feminine energy. So if you're working with goddesses, anything like that, a beautiful choice with the Moonstone. That is so wonderful. There are only slight differences between the normal Moonstone and the rainbow Moonstone, but regardless, they really work in very similar ways. And do you know that this is the stone of the High Priestess? So it really is about tuning in what needs to be more intuitive, what needs to be in flow. Look at that rainbow Moonstone and Moonstone together. It's beautiful. So this is more of the rainbow variety, just to make that clear. And we have the the Mythological Tarot. It's a goodie and an oldie. I'll put it that way. It's such a favorite. When I read for lots of people in the store and even online, it's everybody loves this deck, and they don't even realize that because it's got such a very sort of traditional cover, it's got the 4 elements in it, people don't realize that the actual imagery behind it is directly connected to Greek myth. So it's gorgeous when you think about how much there is an influence and a parallel between the myths in ancient Greek culture and the themes of the tarot. It's a perfect match, absolutely, and people don't realize it till I tell them afterwards. But, you know, intuitively they know. Oh, the sun. Yummy. 3 of Wands. Oh, hello again. We saw you in a different crystal just before. Wonderful. And Knight of Pentacles again. We are really seeing some... the last crystal before this had a Knight of Pentacles too, I think. Yes? Yes. So it's really... it's the same cards. Like, literally, I think I've had... at least 3 different cards repeat twice in all the 5 readings. So they're really connected. There is a synchronicity to explore within this month. So keep that in mind. And looking at it, the sun is the most powerful and amazing card in the deck, in my opinion. But even a lot of readers will agree with me, people who know the tarot, that the sun is the most positive. It is wonderful, and it means that there's going to be rewards and blessings all around for this month. It'll just be a bright month in general. And with the 3 of Wands there, not only is it inviting you to enjoy and to welcome in the rewards, but also to start paying attention to what you want to do with those rewards. Is it the extra energy, or is it something you just want to enjoy for now and keep it there? And perhaps how to take a step forward from that. So are you going to set some goals now that you've just finished up a cycle and you've literally allowed yourself to bask in that glory? Okay, then you don't have to do anything, but just think about it. What's next for you? And what are those plans that you can, with that new energy, with that new achievement, what would you like to do with them? Now, the Knight of Pentacles here is a gentle reminder that, because, you know, with that rushing energy of the Aries this month, you don't have to do and start anything. If you'd like to, you can, but don't feel pressured that you need to. As long as you have some ideas and a general direction of where you'd like to go next, that is more than enough for this month. So be kind with yourself for that. You don't have to be pushed where the energy wants to push you all the time, or at least in the pace. As long as you've got some ideas and you've thought about it, and you can write your ideas down, obviously, then that's fine. If you already have your goals, then reaffirm those goals. Reaffirm those directions for you. What is your next goal in love? What is your next direction for work? What is your next direction with the relationships around you? And even in your spiritual journey, what is that next direction? Just have a think, right? You've got the energy, you're in a great space to do it. You've got a clear mind, you're in a beautiful, I would even say beautiful phase to be doing it. So do take advantage. It's a wonderful message here. And our companion oracle deck is a secret language of animals. You've seen this all before. It's a beautiful animal-based deck. And it's got some really hurtful messages. I love working with this deck. It fills me up every time. So let's have a look. Oh, please do not drop. See, look at this. Look at this. Look at how my fingers fit barely around the deck. I'm going to shuffle it again, but look at that. Goodness me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, in that way, we're going to pick some cards. But look at the size difference. My goodness, but we have the same color though. These decks are beautiful, and I love the huge images. But my hand size does not. So let's have a look. We've got the Gaia, the harmony, the abundance, the wholeness. Oh, look at that. That just synchronizes so well. Oh, and we've got the water. Wow. So having that watery energy there. And the stick insect. What an interesting way to approach this month. And I would even say all of these are separate messages in themselves. And really, your energy is affected by how much you appreciate what is there in front of you. I know that sounds a bit strange when you first listen to it, but really, when you're enjoying and you're inviting yourself to feel content, you're actually synchronizing with the world around you, because it's giving you a reward, it's giving you an abundance. And when you are using that to if you're tuning in with that and enjoying it, you're unifying with it. So you're actually being more aligned. When people talk about aligning your energies, aligning your purpose, especially in the context of a spiritual journey, people like to think that's always work. It's always hard work and initiative and putting yourself in uncomfortable spaces to grow. And yes, huge parts of it is about that, yes. But enjoying the fruits of the labor and basking in the contentment in the finish line is just as important, because that's still a part of the process. And if you're just skimming over it, oh yeah, that's awesome, cool, okay, next, and you're doing something else straight away, you discredit that. You don't take full advantage of it, and so you don't synchronize with the earth energy as much, with the universal energy that wants to support and nurture you. So really looking at it, ask yourself, am I basking in what the universe has to give me? Because that gratefulness and that receptivity is also the key to having your energy be fully replenished and you feeling like you belong and you unify with the universe. Unify with the universe. Ooh. We've got that water there as well. And understanding that with that flow, you're understanding the flow of life. And when you are thinking about what goals are next for you, you're reaching into yourself intuitively to do so. And you're checking in with yourself. Oh, I'm having a great time. But rather than just going after the next new thing, okay, but how am I feeling? What's in my chest and what am I being told? And so it's about understanding where you lie and where your emotions are, rather than just go, 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 go. And this seems to be a theme right across the specifically the first part of this month with the Aries energy. I think everyone's in a rush. We've had a very strange year. We've had a very chaotic year, and people just want to move on with it, get to the next thing. And in that sense, I understand that, but also there are times to be enjoying and celebrating. And that stick insect, I think it's such a poignant message, because in the stillness, when you're your most, I would even say meditative, that's when you truly understand what the journey is all about. So when, see, look, the sun is enjoying it. The sun is basking in that glory. This is Apollo, by the way. And you've got the Three of Wands character here as well. They are in the bask of enjoyment, but they are still. They're moving very slightly. So understand that it also means being true with yourself, but enjoying and being in a contentment that is also reflective. So understand that and put that as a priority for yourself. Understand that right now you can enjoy and bask. That is still an activity that is still doing, and do so with stillness, with that awareness. And see, look at the sun's energies coming. It's almost like it's flowing through. So am I actively receiving in the moment? Ask yourself that. Am I actively receiving in the moment? And then just looking, simply looking towards the future. What a wonderful message there. Oh, I'm getting excited. So well done for you, Moonstone and Rainbow Moonstone. And I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. Therefore, enjoy it. And I'll see you next month. That is April for you, everybody. Thanks so much for welcoming me into your space, allowing me to be in tune with your energy and your choices this month. It's been wonderful. We are seeing patterns around the Aries energy and understanding beyond what we initially, or how we initially react to it. We just look at Aries energy and go, oh wow, fiery, initiative, piling on as much as I can because I can, and taking advantage of it. And yes, that is part of that, but there's a wiser way to interact with such energies. And it also means taking that time to pause and stop when you need to look after yourself, when you need to even, let's just say, you need to heal yourself, you need to think about and recalibrate your decisions and plans for the future, but then also when you need to look after some emotional matters. So really it's understanding that and being secure in knowing that if you pause and you stop, it doesn't mean that, oh, the Aries energy is gone now, bye. No, it's understanding that yes, this is what the energy is about, but I want to understand how I can best help me by stepping back and knowing when to interact with it more directly and when not to, and then re-engaging afterwards, feeling more supported once I've done the other work, and knowing where to direct that energy, because sometimes you need to make decisions before you just go. You have some emotional matters to deal with, you have some healing to do, and checking in where you are values wise. So that's just as important. It's understanding that energy and accepting it. So we're not just taking the Aries energy at face value, we're also going beyond it and interacting with it in a wise and healthy way, making sure that you're great in all levels before you do take that energetic wave and run with it. Then you can run with it. That is the growth that we want coming through for this month. I hope you all stay safe, take care of yourselves. And somebody I really admire says, take care of yourselves because you deserve it. If you know my reference, then you know. And enjoy your month ahead with the best, lightest energy. I'll see you all later. Bye. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I go, just so you know, this is a citrine, a selenite, and a trolline, which are great for your solar plexus, throat, and third eye. I've had some people ask about what crystals I use in between, and I thought, well, why not? I'd let you know and be more informative with that. Well, anyways, sending you off to this beautiful month that is April. You look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.